Hello everyone, a very pleasant day to you. Here are the top stories. These are: NLC threatens national mourning protest. Court bars Kanu's brother from representing him adjourns Sokoto transfer motion. The foreign team Israel strikes South Lebanon after first direct talks in decades. A very good day to you and welcome to First Next News Port Harcourt. I am Becky Usoro. Now the news in details. The Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC) yesterday warned that it would no longer watch helplessly as criminal gangs unleash terror across the country, vowing to declare a national day of mourning and mobilize a nationwide protest over the worsening insecurity. Speaking at the opening of its National Executive Council (NEC) meeting in Lagos, NLC President Joe Ajaero said Nigeria was under siege, lamenting the latest school kidnapping and the withdrawal of security personnel before the attack. He demanded a full investigation to uncover possible compromise within the security system. He said the NLC cannot stand idle by and allow criminals to take over by a country. Never again. We want to know who ordered the withdrawal of security operative from that school. We will not allow kidnappers and bandits to overrun our nation. He said the Congress would announce details of the planned national mourning and protest soon, stressing that the lives of teachers, students, and workers were at stake. It is getting out of hand. We can no longer bear this, he added. He also announced the withdrawal of Labour's representatives from the Labour Party, saying they are not representing us well, they are there for personal interest. You are listening to news on First Next News Port Harcourt. Let's go for a short break. When we return to bring to you more details, as court bars Kanu's brother from representing him adjourns Sokoto transfer motion. On the foreign scene, Israel strikes South Lebanon after first direct talks in decades. Please stay with us. Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, you're listening to news on First Next News Port Harcourt. We now bring you the rest of the news. A federal high court in Abuja on Thursday halted an attempt by Emmanuel Kanu to appear for his elder brother, Nnamdi Kanu, in court. Thursday's sitting took a new turn when Emmanuel stood up in the court and announced that he would represent the ipob leader. The presiding judge, Justice James Omotosho, immediately stopped him. The judge insisted that the law does not allow an ordinary citizen to appear for anyone in a criminal matter, stressing that only a licensed legal practitioner can move an implication on behalf of a defendant or convict. Justice Omotosho addressed Emmanuel directly, explained that representation in court cannot be done by a relative, no matter the relationship. He advised him to either hire a competent lawyer or seek assistance from the Legal Aid Council if he lacked the means. The judge said the court would not consider the substance of the application until it is properly filed and moved by counsel. Emmanuel then requested the next possible date and the court fixed December 8th, despite the judge stating that Monday was already heavy with cases. The judge also issued a warning regarding public commentary on this case. He noted that one of Kanu's former lawyers, later acting as a consultant, had complained that the convict could not compile his appeal record unless he appeared physically in court. Justice Omotosho dismissed this as misleading, saying the law does not require a convict to be physically present in court for the appeal record to be prepared. The judge urged those speaking publicly on the matter to stop spreading the incorrect interpretation of the law. After refusing to take Emmanuel's appearance, the judge adjourned the case to December 8 for proper hearing of the motion. Kanu's application, which he personally signed from custody, asked the court to order his transfer from the Sokoto facility to a correctional center within the Abuja jurisdiction. According to him, the distance over 700 kilometers makes it practically impossible for him to exercise his constitutional right to appeal his conviction. He argued that preparing his appeal requires communication with the Federal High Court and the Court of Appeal in Abuja, as well as access to his relatives and consultants who also reside in the capital. The judge also requested in the alternative that the courts move him to Suleja or Kefi, both of which are near Abuja so he can properly manage the appeal process. He added that leaving him in remote detention undermines his rights under Section 36 of the 1999 Constitution. We now move on to the foreign news. The Israeli military has carried out a new round of airstrikes in southern Lebanon, less than a day after Israel and Lebanon held their first direct talks in decades. Residents of the towns of Mjadel, Barachit, Joba, and Marona were told to evacuate areas around locations that the Israel military alleged were weapons, warehouses belonging to the Iranian-backed group. No casualties have been reported. An Israeli military spokesman said the sites constituted a ceasefire violation and warned that if it would continue to operate to remove any threat to Israel. Israel has carried out near-daily strikes in Lebanon since a ceasefire took effect in November 2024 following 13 months of conflict. There was no immediate comment from Lebanon's leaders in response to Thursday's strikes. Lebanese politicians have previously condemned similar strikes as ceasefire violations. That's all on the news this hour. We now bring you highlights of the top stories so far. We brought you the NLC threatens national mourning protest and also court bars Kanu's brother from representing him adjourns Sokoto transfer motion. On the foreign scene, brought you that Israel strikes South Lebanon after first direct talks in decades. Do remember, democracy is the only system that persists in asking the powers that be whether they are the powers that ought to be. I am Becky Usor from I and the entire team in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. Many thanks for watching. Bye for now.